So the art of unbranding yourself, you'd have seen on social media recently about personal brands getting a lot of kind of attention, which is more personal in nature. They're not scripted videos. There's no excessively animated, motion graphics behind them. It's just them talking to another person, right? And I think YouTube was also coming to this conclusion that it's YouTube, not kind of like a brand something tube, right? Yes, there are brands which have been built on YouTube alone. Yes, they are there. But in the world of so much structure in every aspect of life, people in a way I feel lack or feel that there is less of a personal connection. Even though brands are trying to do this, brands are not human beings, right? People want to talk to human beings, people want to understand what the other person thinks. Even for me, for that matter, uh, if I look back at my YouTube history, what all videos I've been seeing, I'm more into other person's thought process, what they are speaking about, what they are talking about. And I'm like, okay, that person is from Brazil and he's talking about this. Why is he thinking about that aspect? Okay, what is the reason why the person is thinking the way he's thinking? Because when you reflect on other person also, step by step, instead of reacting, in a way I feel that I'm actually observing myself. Okay, if somebody is doing something different, and I would say, what would I do if I'm in that particular situation, and then why would I do that? So this process has become like a contemplation for my own self, that just observing myself from a third person point of view, right? So that's, I think, where YouTube is going, where it's nowhere personal brand, it's personal unbranding. Okay, you're just being personal, that's it. You're just talking to another person. Might be initially even I am feeling awkward because I'm talking in front of a camera, but eventually I understand that even if one person sees it, right, so I'm having a conversation, right? So that's how I think I have to take it up. And even for everybody, because we are very unique. I have come to this conclusion that every single person on this planet has something very unique about themselves, right? Something very unique, where, let's say, you might say, okay, no, I like anime. There are a lot of people who will actually like anime, but you like anime and football, and you're from, let's say, US. Okay, so this is like a niche market. There are only few people who like anime, who like football, and who are from US, right? And let's say you belong to a particular gender, you like specific food, and your kind of upbringing is a bit different. You have gone to a, let's say, you have gone through a homeschooling or a kind of private schooling. So your upbringing is different, your friend circle is different, it's more international rather than just kind of like sticking to your own community. Then you will become a very unique point, right? Where all these parameters which have defined your entire life, that's very unique for yourself. There's nobody same like you in the world, and people want to listen to that person. People want to understand his thought process, what he can give me. Even now I'm just ranting though, but it's just my thought process, and you are seeing that what is it that I can gain from this particular conversation, right? And if there's nothing to gain, eventually you might gain something, but you will see that, okay, somebody is talking about things. Even though if it's unstructured initially, eventually it'll get structured, right? So I feel that's how the world will be. Kind of unbranding your personal brand is where things will lead to, because of excessive branding, excessive rules, excessive structure around every aspect of life. I think that's where it'll go. So let's see how it goes though. If you would love to see my documentation or get inspired to document your own life, right? Because documenting one person, kind of seeing one person's documentation of life, is not something very curious until and unless they put an effort to make it like a movie. But in this case it's not, it's just a conversation, right? But this could be a nice trigger for you to just document your stuff. Just document whatever you're doing. If you feel mad about it, just on the camera record. Because you don't have to post it, record. Because you would have noticed, if you're down at something, if you talk about it with somebody else, it will slowly come down. The actual problem might not get solved, but the impact of that problem on your mental structure is so high if you don't share it, if you keep it within yourself, right? Yes, in some cases you might not get a person who might listen to everything what you want to say. That's fine. That's why we have here. We might not have a physical person, but we have a digital world altogether if we can, open up. So this is my attempt for uh, this is my attempt to push you to document your own journey, like kind of just like how I'm doing it here.